What's up, Foxtrotters? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. Maybe consider subscribing before you leave today. If you're returning, hello. It's nice to see you all again. You guys look great. Yes, you person who just got a new phone over the holidays and you are still struggling to recover all your data and have yet to be able to link your email account or sync anything else. You look great. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I am so excited to bring to you an r/antiMLM trash video. I was going to come out with an r/insane people's Facebook video yesterday, but honestly that subreddit is just too much right now. It is too spicy and I am going to stay away from that like the plague. So if you would like to look at some r/antiMLM trash and have some laughs, maybe get a little angry, but hopefully just have some laughs together, then please stay tuned.
While everyone else seems to be sick right now, I take these and stay healthy. Hashtag not sick, hashtag supplements, hashtag yo-yo.
I mean, okay, you've all heard me say before, I think in general, the supplement field is kind of ridiculous. I think people, it's an unregulated thing. So I think people can get worked up in believing that supplements are in fact like a replacement for other things and or cure-alls. And I just have a hard time getting behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do agree that the average American diet probably is devoid of certain levels of nutrition. And with that, it's probably beneficial for most people to take a multivitamin. Sure. I'm going to just say, talk to your physician before ever taking anything. I'm not telling anybody to take something. Talk to your doctor. I'm just speaking through my own experience. But it does seem that a multivitamin can have some benefit. But, or if you have an iron deficiency or something, taking an iron supplement is probably really important. Again, it all depends on what you have going on with you medically that you've worked out with you and your doctor. But spreading this type of BS that if you just take this assortment of supplements that you will be healthy as a horse, I can't stand that. It's not even logical. If you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick. And yes, there are some people that maybe have some natural defenses in their system that makes them better. They have a stronger immune system or just a little more oomph in their white blood cell count. I don't know. But this type of thing is just gross and I can't stand it. I don't like it. It's dangerous. I'm still talking about this. I can't believe it. Okay, we're going to move on.
I don't want to be that girl. You don't want to make 5 figures a month, work from anywhere, earn free trips, make friends, have flexibility, be your own boss, not set alarms in the morning, live life on your own terms. What? You don't want to be just like this, you big stupid dummy dum-dum with your 9 to 5, you on the hamster wheel, working for the man, 9 to 5, dummy dumb?
So passive aggressive.
I don't want to be that girl.
It's like pretty much insulting to everybody on their Facebook friend list who said no to joining their scheme. Oh no. Oh God.
Took some time on my wedding day to help people get started on an amazing journey to wellness. So many positive results, so many happy people. I love that even on my special day, I was helping others. Can't believe that I can literally work anywhere and not miss a moment.
That sounds like my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is that in the moment of my grand, most happy times of my life that all of a sudden I'm going to have to work. Absolutely not. You've got to be kidding me. On your wedding day and you're bragging about it. Also, I don't like how she's like tooting her own horn about what a good person she is.
I love that even on my special day, I was helping others.
Like, oh my God, Mother Teresa who? Like, forgive me. I had no idea. Bow down. What a queen of benevolence you are. I can't fathom it. Oh, I hope you see this years from now and you cringe. I really hope you do. Because this is... let me know down below. Would you want to be working on your wedding day? I'm sure there's some very far outlier cases where maybe something like that would have happened. But by and large, of all things, and for real, if you have uplines... If you are in an MLM right now and you happen to be listening to this, if you have uplines who are pressuring you on your wedding day to work and send out messages and try to convince people to join your business, honey, you're in the wrong thing. I'm telling you right now, you need to run from that. It is not okay. That is never okay. Your job should never make you do that. And they should not have you convinced that it's okay either. No. Oh. Remember when I said in the beginning of the video... This was going to be a funny one and maybe like a little bit of anger, but mostly funny. Oops. How multi-level marketing contributed to the downfall of my marriage. I wish I could say that this story is unique, but it's not. It's taken me a while to post this because it's just that painful. But the message needs to get out there. MLMs are disgusting. I was married 7 years total, together 9. Got married way too young, but what we had was special. The first 4 years had very few fights. Even though we were dirt poor and went through some struggles with our careers, we had each other and relied on each other. Eventually, I decided to go to law school to further my career, so we got ready to move. My wife at the time decided to start selling Thrive to earn some extra income. I didn't know much about it, so I didn't object, thinking a little extra income would be nice. Selling Thrive lasted about 6 months and then fizzled out. I was relieved since it seemed like it took a significant amount of her time for very little reward. I thought that was the end of the multi-level marketing. Halfway through my first year of law school, my wife and I decide to go out to drinks with friends. On the way, she starts telling me how an old friend of hers reached out and asked if she wanted to sell Roden and Fields. I thought we'd learned our lesson about MLMs, and I assumed the conversation was going to end with her telling me she told her friend no. Instead, the conversation ended with my wife telling me she'd spent $900 on a consultant kit. I'm not controlling when it comes to spending, but I do think large purchases like that should be discussed together. I was crushed because it started to confirm my sneaking suspicion that my opinion doesn't matter. I would just go along for the ride. From that point on, things slowly dissolved until our divorce. I watched as she gave up an incredible career and was slowly sucked into the mindset of being a hashtag boss babe. I can't even handle some of the memes on this sub because that was her, to a T. I remember sitting in silence for the first 20 minutes of any meal, between getting a dozen pictures taken by the waitstaff showing how we're living our best life ever, and writing the longest post in the world plugging RNF and using an unholy amount of emojis. I was so lonely for 3 years. We went from having very few fights to constantly fighting. The fights usually happened after I grew sick of trying to talk to her while she was on her phone or computer, only to be ignored. We saw a marriage counselor for a brief stint until she decided to stop going. I kept going, and our counselor helped me identify my need to talk and communicate on a daily basis. When she came home later that day, I told her about my counseling session. I told her my need to talk daily, even for 5 minutes. Her response was,
I can't possibly imagine meeting your needs more than I already am.
Believe it or not, the finances weren't the part that broke us. She actually did decent enough, and by that I mean we weren't going into debt financially because of RNF. We just lost touch. I felt lonely. She felt unsupported. Eventually, she came home with divorce papers. She tells me we shouldn't have to be this unhappy. I feel a sense of relief at the thought that maybe I can find someone who wants more time with me. So, being an attorney now, I fill out the divorce papers. The days before we file, she decided to stay with her mom while I moved out. She calls me the night before filing in tears and says she'll do anything to not go through with this. I remind her she's the one who brought home the divorce papers. She responds with,
I thought you were going to throw them in the trash.
She says she'd do anything to make it work, but she wasn't willing to give up RNF because she doesn't think that was the source of our problems. In a way, she was right. That wasn't the source of our problems. The source of the problems was where her priorities were. After the divorce, I thought I was going to receive angry calls and texts from her family calling me an idiot for walking away from someone so gifted and beautiful. I was sad at this thought because I really loved her family. Instead, I received secret texts from her siblings saying they missed me and wanted to hang out. Once the siblings found out I was talking to the others, they decided to collaborate and have a fun night of drinking and playing games. At this night, it came out that they were so fed up with her. I heard she's changed, she's a totally different person, she never talks to me anymore, and she's always on her phone and computer when the family gets together. It was incredibly reassuring to know that I wasn't going crazy. I felt validated. So now, things suck, but less than they did right after the divorce. I still feel the pain of losing someone I loved so much, imagined having kids with, and imagined growing old. Thankfully, though, I no longer feel that complete loneliness that comes from living with someone who won't talk to you. And for the first time in 3 years, I feel hope. Oh my God, what a story. Holy cow. It's incredible that your ex couldn't see that her life was falling apart around her and it was all her doing. And like you said, the lack of the priorities was the real problem here, right? And that's so true. It's a complete messing up of her priorities, and she prioritized the business over the relationship with you. And even though you guys weren't going into debt over it, it doesn't sound like it was really taking her anywhere either, which, you know, I guess that's one of the best case scenarios when you join an MLM, that you don't necessarily go into debt, but you at least break even. God. But it is validating for you, I'm sure, to know from her family that she has changed all the way around. And I'm glad that you were able to have their support, because it really sounds like you did the best thing. And maybe in time she'll wake up, you know, and come out of this whole thing. And I'm sure by that point you will have moved on to bigger and better things, and you'll be much happier for it, you know, but hopefully she'll be able to learn at some point. But I'm sorry that you're going through a time right now and you're feeling some pain, but you're going to do just fine. And it sounds like you have a really good head on your shoulders, and you will absolutely find somebody one day who will give you all the time you deserve. Before I read this one, I just want to preface this by saying that I'm not going to read this in the Hunbot voice because I'm already triggered, and I'll tell you why. My father has been battling for the last couple months prostate cancer. He's going to be just fine. He's got great doctors. He's got a great plan. His care plan is outstanding. He's doing really well. He's responding great to everything so far. We're all very hopeful. So I am lucky, and so is he. But posts like this just, ooh. I've lost too many loved ones to cancer, and this is why I'm so passionate about Arbonne. I focus teaching you to eat and live in an alkaline balance. Ooh, my dude, how dare you? This feels like a thinly veiled blame game. This feels like you are blaming people like my dad for developing cancer. If he had just lived in alkaline balance, then he wouldn't have contracted cancer. Is this the implication here? I mean, as far as I can tell, yeah, that's what the implication is here. She can teach you how to never develop cancer, and if you do, then you should have listened to her, and you're a big idiot for that. Ooh, this type of stuff just makes me like a special kind of angry. Like all the ones where they're feeding their kids essential oils and doing stuff like that. Like I can't stand that either. That makes me so mad. But then things like this just take it to another level for me. And it's probably because having someone so close to me who is battling cancer. So this is obviously very relevant to me. So I don't know. Just, And I'm sure there's lots of you out there who are way more knowledgeable when it comes to medicine and the body and all the above. And if you would like to enlighten us below in the comments about this statement here, the no disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment, if you would like to elaborate on some context with that a little more below, that would be great for all of us. Okay, I'm going to move on. Wow, this video was supposed to be funny. Whoopsie. Oh man, do you guys smell that? Oh boy, it smells like total desperation. Long lost friend has taken a photo of my house and posted it on Instagram. Last week, a friend whom I've not seen in nearly 2 years texted me that she was in the area and asked if we could meet up to catch up on old times. I unfortunately wasn't free, and she told me that she could just stop by my place for a quick coffee. Fine. An hour of good conversation later, and she brought out essential oils for me to try out and possibly buy. Bit odd, but I declined and we parted ways. Today, I decided to look her up on Instagram for some reason and saw photos of my living room and kitchen with the caption, "New furniture." The hashtags were all related to the oils she was selling, with the bottles being in the picture too, so it looked like some sort of ad. I've messaged her about this, but she hasn't replied yet. Is there something I can do to get these pictures taken down? If any of you know an answer to this, please go to the subreddit and comment on here and let them know if you have any ideas or info. Feel free to put it in the comments here as well. Perhaps they'll come across this. But I have no idea as if there's something you can do, but this is all wrong, and I just don't know where they get it, like where they get the audacity to the cojones, where they just, how did they do this? I have never in my life thought that it would be a good idea to go to someone else's house, take pictures of their nice house, and then post it and pretend that it was my house. Like, that has literally never crossed my mind. And I'm sure for most of you out there, it never has either. I'm sure none of you have ever logically, truly ever thought like that is a good idea to do. Obviously, people would see it. People who know you would see it and they'd be like, that's not your house. The person whose house that is would see it and say, hey, that's not my house. Like, it just opens up a big can of worms and allows you to now be exposed for the liar that you are. Some people, man, this world is a mystery. 2020, please, come on, baby. Let's make this one a better year than last year. We can do it. I know we can.
Hey, love, I was wondering if you would want to be a 90-day product tester for me using one or some of our products. I am looking for 2 people right now. I came across your page and think you are absolutely gorgeous, and I would love your help to build my portfolio. You would get a huge discount for helping me out, Hard Eyes. Would you be interested?
Is it Monet, Lip Sense, or Unique?
I'm not with those companies. Oh, I'm with It Works Global. We're an all-natural health and wellness company with many one-of-a-kind products.
Sorry. I'm very sorry that you got sucked into an MLM, but please just get out before you drag other women in with you and lose more money. The Federal Trade Commission warns against these companies and has done studies providing less than 2% of people working for these companies are making any profit, and even most of those are making well below minimum wage for the hours they put in. You are statistically more likely to make a profit from playing the slots in Vegas than you are from working It Works. Not my opinion, facts from the FTC. Get out and stop preying on others. And then she provides some links there to follow up with that hammer dropping of factual information. Let's see what the Hun says. I'm sure she'll be totally receptive. Oh, wait, nope.
Oh my God, I had no idea. I've been with this incredible company for 3 years and make a full-time income while still filing taxes as a true business owner. I'm surprised after 18 years and mentioning in Forbes magazine, they haven't caught us yet. Oh, laughy cry. Blah, 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 blah.
Ugh. No thanks. Looks like a pyramid scheme.
Stop putting down others because you're uninformed.
LOL, you're trying to argue that the Federal Trade Commission is less informed than you are? Yes, that's exactly what she's trying to imply here. Absolutely. It's what they're always trying to imply. They always just say that very typical argument where they say, oh, it's all misinformation and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, well, I mean, technically, sure, it is misinformation, but you're the one who's misinformed here, not us. Oh my God. Oh, just put that head in the sand, hun. Just stick your head back in the sand and just keep counting to 100. It'll all be over before you know it. It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the video. It's time for the wholesome moment of the day. Let's see who you guys sent over. The animal featured in today's video is going to be Tinder, and this was sent over by Camille. Thank you so much, Camille. I'll go ahead and read the email sent along with it. So my cat, who is a rescue, and I wanted to say thank you for what you do for animals and for making our days better with your videos. Well, you and Tinder are so welcome. Tinder was about to be put to sleep at 6 months old for his quote-unquote antisocial behavior. Look at him. He's the best. He really is so cute. I definitely, for his modesty, I blurred out the photo, but I mean, look at this guy. How could you possibly imagine having put this dude down? Look at him. What a character. And might I say, he looks excellent in a pair of antlers. Top notch, even if he does look a little scared and confused. Does anyone else love that face cats make when you put something on their head or anything like that and they just get the shocked look, that like moon eyes face, and they just, like their chin recoils into them? Why is that so endearing? Thank you so much, Camille. This was really sweet. And if you're looking to get a new member of your family, I definitely recommend to adopt and not shop. Check out your local shelters, your local humane societies, donate if you can, volunteer if you can, foster if you can, and don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And if you want to see a photo of your pets here, then go ahead and send it to my email in my channel description, and you will see your pets here eventually. Alright, Foxtrotters, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked that video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any good comments or suggestions, please leave that down below as well. I love to hear what you have to say, and I love interacting with you all. If you've not already, hit that subscribe button and become a Foxtrotter. Come join the den. Den Mother would love to have you. All right, folks, I hope you got a kick out of that video. I am currently I've officially recorded my first podcast to put on my other channel. And once I do that, I will let you all know the name of that channel if you would like to subscribe and listen to me blab endlessly. I think my first episode is going to be about 20 minutes, and it is just me talking too much about stuff. And if that sounds like something that you'd like to do while you're cleaning or driving or anything like that, well, then you will probably like it. But when I get things more nailed down and I finally get the courage to actually upload the podcast I recorded onto that channel, I will let you all know. Other than that, I will be back in a day or two on this channel with some sort of subreddit, either r/antiMLM or some other delicious topic that we usually love over here. All right, folks, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, until the next video, take care.